The analogy I make is, imagine that you have an art class in which they teach you only how to paint fences and walls, but never show you the paintings of the great masters. So you never see Picasso or Van Gogh. What would you think of mathematics, of art, if you had an art class like this? You would think it's only about painting fences and walls. You would think it's the most boring subject ever. And that's what happens with mathematics, unfortunately. The kind of material that we present to our students in school, and it's not just, it's universal, it's everywhere around the world. This material, most of it is more than 1,000 years old. Just think about it. What do we usually talk about? We talk about numbers, we talk about quadratic equations, or Euclidean geometry. Euclidean geometry is 2,300 years old. And it's a beautiful piece of mathematics which actually laid the foundation for the axiomatic method and so on. But in literature, around the same time, Homer wrote, Ulysses and Iliad. But in our literature classes, we don't stop at Homer. We continue. We read more recent works of literature. Likewise with art, likewise with science, with physics, with biology, and so on. So for instance, what are the things which are missing? Non-Euclidean geometry. And it sounds complicated and abstract, but in fact, it's closer to the real world. The surface of the Earth is spherical, right? And if you try to do geometry on a sphere rather than on a plane, that's a non-Euclidean geometry, where the sum of the angles of a triangle is not 180 degrees, but it's greater than 180 degrees. That's all it is. So, but in our classes, the Earth is flat, as it were, because we just restrict ourselves to this. There are many other interesting topics which could be presented in school. For example, cryptography is now widespread everywhere, from banking to cryptocurrency and so on. It's based on what's called clock arithmetic, where you do calculations the way you do calculations with time, where after 12, you have, well, in different countries, in the United States, after 12, instead of 13, you say 1 p.m. In Europe, you usually go all the way to 24, but 24 is like 0, and you don't say 25 hours, but you say 1 o'clock, and so on. So likewise with angles, you go up to 360, and then it becomes circular, it goes back to 0, right? And so this type of clock arithmetic is very important in mathematics, and you can look at the solutions of equations subject to this rule. And this is exactly the type of mathematics which is at the root of modern cryptography. So for sure we can teach our students this stuff, or we can talk about symmetries, like a Rubik's Cube and things like that. So unfortunately, our math education today is very limited, and very few people get to see the masterpieces of mathematics, the way we see masterpieces of art.